very good evening to our cherished listeners. Indeed, health and safety is the most important part of every organization, and for that matter, the health of the people. Now, every workplace has an interest, and the interest is to satisfy the customer. How will the customer be happy? The customer will only be happy when there is efficiency at the workplace. Now, how do we get efficiency? Is to make sure that employees are safe. Now, to make sure employees are safe, you need to put in structures to make sure employees are safe. So, health and safety with link with Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, we are going to equip the professionals with good knowledge, and this knowledge is what is going to equip your employees to make sure the workplace is safe. Now, when the workplace becomes safe, you reduce incidents, and when you reduce incidents, you reduce premiums on insurance, and when you reduce premiums on insurance, your productivity goes up, you save costs, and that is one of the effective ways of implementing safety.
Well, I am industrial engineer. I have more than 25 years in the health, safety, and environment matter. Now I have the roles in one of the good company in Ghana, Genson Energy, as an HC manager. And for us, safety, health, environment is a first commitment. So this program should be very, very useful for us. I really interesting because see how different countries like Nigeria, Ghana, and other countries that participate in the event, giving us the feedbacks and the background about what is the new expectations about the regulations and the management system that we have to put in place. So I believe that this for us is very important and are really committed.
I'm Lawrence Webb. I'm the president of the Institution of Occupational Safety and Health. We're a global organisation that is actually in place to support almost 50,000 members in occupational safety and health. We're a chartered professional membership body, and the West Africa division that we're here supporting today is a huge element of that, and we're really pleased to be here.
Well, so how would you say the program has been for you so far, looking at the speakers and obviously the kind of deliveries that you've made in terms of the speeches? How would you say generally you found the program so far?
I think it's been really good because it's been really varied. It's been diverse. So we've heard from ministers, we've heard from very influential people from both Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, and others. We've heard from people within IOSH, my organisation. But at the same time, just listening to the conversations that are going on, it's so rich the way that everybody is networking over occupational safety and health being a fundamental principle and human right. And of course, we've got colleagues, big hitters from the World Health Organization, Global Compact. There's so many people in that room today that are having some great conversations. So long may that continue.
Well, so what would you say the impact is going to be for those inside today, of course, for those within the sector, and even for the professionals, I must say, and the non-professionals? What do you think this program is going to bring to the table, and how beneficial do you think it's going to be for anyone who is in here today?
I think there's a number of things. I mean, first of all, to actually hear from a minister saying this is on the table, this will be going through, we're going to do what we need to do to make it happen. I mean, that's a fantastic message to hear. I think the conversations that people have had is going to make them really think and swap ideas in terms of what they can do to drive the agenda along. And I mean, I personally have taken 2 or 3 sides of handwritten notes of things that I've learned today and I've heard about that I didn't know before. So if everybody is doing the same, it's a fantastic learning experience.
I'm here, I'm watching the West Africa Conference 2023 via the IOSH. Under the theme Occupational Safety and Health as a Fundamental Labor Right, here at the CD Conference Center inside the University of Ghana. And I have Mr. Alan Stevens with the IOSH. He will tell me a bit about himself and a little bit of a background. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Well, thank you so much for your interest. My name is Alan Stevens. I'm Head of Strategic Engagement at IOSH. So me and my team, we're responsible for the collaborations with the governments here in West Africa, with the United Nations bodies such as the World Health Organization and the ILO, and within the wider OSH community. So we're absolutely passionately focused on collaboration, because by collaborating as a combined system, we can truly influence the agenda more powerfully together, and by doing so will enhance not just the profession of occupational safety and health, but most importantly those we serve.
Wow, that's amazing. So, what would you say so far your impressions have been in terms of this particular program, the delivery of speeches, and you know,
Sure.
people who have spoken at this conference, and obviously the response from the general public who are also here to witness this occasion? Can you give us a little bit of some highlights you've picked up from the sessions we've had so far?
I'm feeling so, it's fantastic. In summary, I'm feeling so humble, grateful, and almost speechless on it. When I started coming here to support the people of West Africa in 2018,
Okay.
there was maybe 10 people in the room. I remember the first time we went to Lagos, there was a small group with a tremendous vision. We came here and it was the same. There was ambition and desire. But now look, there's hundreds of people involved. The ministries are involved. The NGOs are involved. The United Nations bodies are behind us. We really do sing now as an orchestra rather than a jazz band, if you put it that way. And I think we're at the start line now. And the time ahead for the next 4 or 5 years is going to be so exciting for the people of West Africa, because they're going to feel and experience the impacts of the combined efforts and the determination, whether that determination is government or an NGO or a professional.
Florence, Asibia Martin, an occupational health and safety advisor for Cummins Ghana. Cummins is a manufacturing energy company, and I oversee the safety aspect of the organization. So when I talk about safety aspects, as well as the environmental aspects, we work with people, and people come to work safe and they need to go home safe. So I basically oversee to aid that. Certain things that are the duty of the employer to ensure a safe working environment is actually adhered to, and that of the employee also adheres to the standard practice that will make them safe in the work environment. Safety, although is everybody's right, also we have people who negligently sometimes just do things wrong. So all these things are the aspect that are under my control, that I need to watch out to be sure that people do not participate or get themselves doing anything unsafe in the work environment. So it's more of an education, guidance, and then following protocols as well as compliance.
Well, that's quite extensive. So, generally, how would you say you have found this program? How beneficial or how impactful would you say this program has been, of course, for the public and, of course, for those definitely within the sector? Let me put it
Yeah,
that way.
so it's one of its kind in the West African region, organized by with the Institution of Occupational Safety and Health with the Ministry of Labor. Um, Most of us are it's actually an eye-opening program. You have competent speakers having to educate us on the need for the right environment. Also, which is being um, something, a program or a slogan hit also by ILO on everybody having to work in there, having the fundamental human right to work.
So if we talk about health and safety as a fundamental labor right, all it means is that we need to ensure that all our workplaces are safe. We have safe working environments, safe machinery that we're working with in the workplaces. And now it's an obligation to employers and also to the national body and to everyone who is a member of ILO to ensure that all employees and everyone is working in a safe and a healthy environment.
Okay, so what are some of the key highlights you also picked in addition from this program? Looking at the other speakers and obviously, generally, how did you find it?
Yes, so the main thing that was discussed is emphasizing on health and safety, right? And it also includes occupational hygiene, we heard from some of the speakers that it's not just about workplace accidents that is causing the many fatalities that we experience in the workplace. It's actually occupational diseases and health issues, right? So the focus shouldn't just be on accidents, it's also be on our well-being, our mental health, and also on the health of our own employees. We also learned that there have been a lot of fatalities in all over the world, right? And the 2.7 million people die every year, which should be reduced because we cannot afford to lose the lives of people. Keep on listening to Leslie Goldie on Nation One TV. Thank you.
McCarthy. I'm an occupational health and safety specialist, 35 years in the industry. I've been all around the world. I've worked in the UK, in Qatar, Dubai, and I've worked across all kinds of sectors from aviation to construction to oil and gas. I now work as Group HSC Manager for Rig World Solutions, where we have a training centre which is dedicated to imparting knowledge, to the local Ghanaians to ensure that the people are safe here. Through my experience, there's a lot of work that's required, and the conference that we've had today has brought all of these points together, and hopefully, it's a step in the right direction to help the safety and health of all the people from Ghana.
What would you say are some of the major highlights you picked up from this program?
There's a lot of passion in the country. People are very passionate and people want to make a change. We know what needs to be fixed. We know what needs to be done. So now it's a case of we need to actually action. The people as decision makers need to actually make things happen.
So what's your final message to West Africa and obviously the participants here in Ghana, both the professionals and non-professionals?
Sure. Yeah, my main message is, do not sleep. As health and safety professionals, we have to keep on going. In 1988, the Piper Alpha erupted and we had 167 people died at that point. That was a major turning point for safety in the oil and gas sector. But since then, we've now started to move to renewable energies with new things like wind farms, turbines, water. There's a lot of new technology that's coming out, and people are now starting to find out new dangers, new hazards. So it's an industry really that we cannot sleep. We've got to keep working. We've got to keep moving forward. Even COVID, the oil and gas industry was 7 times more at risk than any other industry. In the first quarter of COVID, 202 people lost their lives in the first quarter. So this just goes to prove we can't stand still. We have to keep going.
Thank you so much for your time, sir.
I'd like you to listen to Leslie from Nation One TV. Thank you.
Yes, my name is Kayode Fowode. I'm the former IOSH Vice President and Managing Director for Chevron Consulting Limited in Nigeria. It's been an interesting event. We had our first physical IOSH conference in 2020, January 2020 in Nigeria. And today we've just concluded the IOSH conference here in Ghana. Quite educative, quite impactful, lots of speakers, lots to talk about HOTCH as a fundamental right for labor. Of course, we all know everybody has the right to remain safe when they go to work, and they have the right to come back safely. So a lot was discussed today, lessons learned, a lot of information sharing, knowledge sharing. It's very impactful, and so IOSH and the organizers, just want to say thank you on behalf of IOSH. I just want to say thank you to everyone who took time to attend this event. And to all HOTCH professionals, it was a time to network, to get to meet new people, and of course to learn more about how we can impact and change the world of work globally. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I remain Kayode Fowode, MD Chevron Consulting and former IOSH President. So this event here today we have Leslie Goldie, Nation One in Ghana. Please listen to this station, kindly endorsed by.
Listen to Leslie Goldie on Nation One TV.
Thank you for watching Nation One TV. Kindly subscribe for more news updates.